Pretty much I just kept my faith. Just kept my faith, believed in myself, believed in my abilities, and just believed that, I was ready. I was ready for my chance, and this is my chance to shine. And so, stepping into that ring, I just went in the ring like I was the big dog, like I was already champion. And that's a mental standpoint that I had in going into that fight. It didn't matter about the boos, it didn't matter about anything. All that mattered was that, he's going to have to deal with me that night when I get in that ring.
You mentioned if you can't beat Nate Campbell, you can't beat Manny Pacquiao. And I know you don't want to look ahead. I'm not really asking you to do that. Well, I guess I am. Is that a fight that you would want, provided everything goes well with Nate? I mean, is Manny Pacquiao a guy you'd like
I've been crying for a Manny Pacquiao fight. Everybody want to fight Manny Pacquiao, but, he's at my weight, 140 pounds. You got 147 pounders calling out Pacquiao because they think they're going for the money. It's not more or less the money for me. It's more or less that I want to be the best fighter in my weight class. Number one, there's too many world champions. I tried to capture the WBO, the WBC. I wanted to go after the WBA, but now I'm learning that now boxing is a little different now. It's not like it used to be when Mike Tyson carried. He was the undisputed champion. All the older fighters were the undisputed champion. It was only one champion. Now it's just too many. And I want to be the reigning star at 140 pounds. In order for me to get there, I have to beat guys like Nate Campbell and hopefully get a chance to face Manny Pacquiao, who they consider is the king at 140. Well, he beat Ricky Hatton, so he's the king at 140, hands down.
Tim, when you look at a guy like Nate, he's so ring savvy. He's got so much knowledge. Is that a little intimidating when you look at that kind of experience when you go in there?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Man, I train for the impossible. I train for the oddest. If you come to my training, we train for the oddest things that happen in the ring because you just never know. Nate Campbell, I know his style. He's rugged. I'm rough in there too, as well. He used different tactics. He's kind of like a lower weight, like a Bernard Hopkins, type of fighter. He can bang in there. He can move and box, use angles. I mean, he's very clever in the ring, but I'm very clever as well. And I fight my best when I fight against competition. If I fight against lower competition, for some reason, I fight to their level. But if I fight someone that is pressuring me, that is coming forward, that's looking for me, and has a lot of skill, that brings my skills out. It definitely brings my skills out. Yeah, because then I gotta go dig into the bag over here on the right side and say, well, shoot, let me try this, well, let me try that, let me try this, because I got a lot of different tricks I have, man, that everybody really sees. Yeah, I got a lot of different things that I do, a lot of different moves that just come about. I don't know, it just flows, it comes out of me once I'm in certain situations.
Are you way ahead of schedule than where you thought you'd be at this point in your career?
Yeah, absolutely. I never really imagined winning 2 world titles in less than 1 year, apart. And I just think that I'm on a fast track, man. I'm on a fast track, and I don't know what's going on right now. All I know is that I want to fight the best fighters, and I tell my promoters to put them in front of me, and it's happening, and I'm beating them, and that's all I can.
I remember a couple years ago, we were talking about Julio Cesar Chavez Jr.
Yeah,
and that's like, what?
Yeah, I know.
That's way in the past.
Absolutely, that's way in the past. I couldn't get a fight with him. Like I said, they're protecting fighters. I felt that in my career, I probably didn't fight the best opponents, but you know what? At the level that I was going, I was fighting guys that were at my level, in my career at that point in time. So, I got just groomed up, slowly, but the right way. No fight that I had was ever easy. Not one fight. Every fight was hard. Every fight was hard.
Does that come from? I'm thinking about all the gyms in California and the sparring you get out here. Does that just make you a tougher fighter, even if you're not facing in your actual fights, the world class guys, but you're training with all these guys all the time?
Yeah, I think it has a lot to do with it. I think it has a lot to do with just never being satisfied with what you're doing. In my instance, I'm never satisfied. I'm never happy with my performances for some reason. I'm never I'm always willing to try to just learn something, you know, add to my arsenal. I'm always studying videos, studying films, older fighters, younger kids. I mean, I can look at a fight today and I can pick something up out of it, you know. It's just never stand naive and thinking that I am the best, and just actually just keep grooming myself and trying to get better. That's all I'm doing, is trying to get better.
You're a fight junkie then. You love watching.
I love watching fights, you know, and I'll watch a fight on TV. It don't matter. I don't know if you watched the fights last night on TV. They were showing the runs, the old runs of who's the best. You got Mike Tyson or Muhammad Ali. You know what I mean? It was like, who you pick? And so I was watching all these old clips, and last night I learned something from Muhammad Ali that he picked up from Jack Johnson. It's something that, you know, he's like, okay, I put my gloves on top of my fighter's hand before he even throws a punch. He was like, before he even throws a punch, so I'm blocking it before he even throws a punch. So sometimes Muhammad Ali be dancing around and stick his arms out and put them on top. And see, and I didn't know that. I didn't know what that was for.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Then I was just like, oh man, that's kind of clever. Oh, you know what? I might use that. So I mean, that alone, you know. And then his footwork, always moving around, moving to his left, you know, moving to his right. Nowadays, back in the days when he used to pull back all the time, nowadays you can't get away with that anymore.
Yeah.
But I was watching, I was just like, wow, he's pulling back like that, you know. And I was like, nowadays you can't do that anymore because you get caught. So
You know, Sugar Shane's like that too. He always watches fights all the time, always studying, always.
if you look at Sugar Shane and then look at his style, look at Sugar Ray Robinson.
Sugar Ray Robinson.
That little stance that they have, and they keep their hands real tight. They keep their feet close together. That's Sugar Ray Robinson's style that he's using.
Dragging the foot.
Exactly.
Yeah. Not running, but making you miss.
Exactly.
Right in front of you.
Yeah, right in front of you.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Hey, Tim, thanks for your time, man. Good
Thank you
luck.
very much.